framing.
I'm a fucking alien, and today we're debating what is the best sci-fi movie of all time.
So
Blade Runner. Blade Runner.
I guess Jay goes first.
I'd say Alien, but it's hard.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
There you go. So I found this really difficult. There have been so many great sci-fi movies since the 70s, I
It's
guess.
fucking difficult.
You're an asshole!
Would you suck a sci-fi dick for $1,000?
Do I get something out of it?
No, it's like
what does
any
a sci-fi dick do?
A sci-fi dick is a fancy dick that's out of a sci-fi film. An alien's dick, an actor's dick out of classic sci-fi. Would you suck it for $1,000 per month? Every month you have to suck the dick.
I would like to suck William Shatner's dick.
Would you suck a dick for
No.
$1,000?
No. No, I do it for free.
It's
Would
awesome.
you finger Jabba the Hutt for $1 million?
Ah! Ooga jabba hand job.
So the reason why I picked 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Wait, did you watch it on acid like everyone else in the
No.
show? Okay.
Is it inspired so many filmmakers and so many people that got into engineering and into NASA. It was released in '68.
Oh, 16.
A
By the way,
year,
they invented shavers.
right? A year before not just that. That's funny. A year before man landed on the moon, it didn't invent things, but it inspired things like true artificial AI,
Yep.
long distance space travel, and even the iPad. You know how hard it was to make that little fucking iPad with a big standard def tube TV on set? It's crazy. Stanley Kubrick directed and produced this film. The set design's amazing, all done in sound stages, and they made it so realistic that till this day, people think Stanley Kubrick might have faked the moon landing. That's how crazy good it was.
Look at that. It looked really
it's-
good, but it was so slow.
It's
It
scientifically
was.
accurate, too.
For a lot of that movie, I was thinking, oh my god, I wish you could fast forward this.
It's a
Why is there
cinematographer's
such
wet
a
dream,
long
by the way.
shot? Oh my god.
This is before Star Wars, and since then, there was no epic space movies that were actually realistic. People watch this movie, and they're like, oh my god, they shot this in space. They didn't believe that it was on a set. And Hal is like a crazy, scary AI villain, and it's just...
Which is like in every movie now. Anytime there's a robot, it's Hal.
Like Moon.
Yeah, a lot of sci-fi movies just borrow from a Space Odyssey.
You're still saying it's the best, but there's nothing. It's all fluff to me. That film. It's a really good film,
Right.
but it's not extremely entertaining
I think
unless you're really into film.
I
Because a
think
lot
it
of
is.
people went to the theater high as shit,
Right.
and that's when it had its
And they're
boom.
like, this is so
But
Because
it is-
people went on drugs, and then the movie all of a sudden was like this trip.
I wasn't high at all when I watched it, and I enjoyed it, and it is critically acclaimed, and it is on a lot of top 10 lists of the best films of all time.
This is true. So you picked Blade Runner. Why is it the best of the best?
I think what's amazing about this film is when you make certain films, everything just comes together. But on this film, nothing was coming together. The crew hated each other. Certain parts of the crew...
cast didn't like each other.
Yeah, like Harrison Ford didn't get along with Ridley Scott. Shane Young was brought into the film based on her looks.
Yeah, just she looked exactly what she wanted, but she had zero acting
Zero.
talent.
So Harrison Ford was like extremely upset about that. At one point, Ridley Scott got canned, and they were like, he's fired. And that's why there's so many different versions of this film that have actually come out now. The reason I think this is the best one that's been ever made is because it didn't really, again, rely on the technology. It's all there. You see all that space technology and the fact that
And it's
they're
cool.
from space, but it's cool and it's also not in your face. It didn't invent the iPad like Mike's film invented the iPad, but a lot of, you have to admit, the effects in this film and just the way it was like a film noir and the fact that the city was so grungy yet futuristic.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the whole idea is he a replicant? Is Harrison Ford a replicant? You don't know. You still don't know to this day. The cinematography in this film is incredible. The effects are incredible. The score is incredible. The actual acting from not only the good guys in the film, but the bad guy is so memorable in this film. The amount of layers on this film is intense.
And obviously this is a sci-fi movie, but it seems like the reasons you like it aren't the sci-fi aspects.
Exactly.
It's a great movie.
I like
But
it.
This is the greatest sci-fi movie. Shouldn't it be more about the technology and the crazy things that we're seeing?
Well, no, but
futuristic?
everything you see, all the technology is amazing, and you want it all. The umbrellas have sold like gangbusters online. The actual umbrellas from the film that have the light on them. It's not just the technology. It's the story of the characters, the way it's shot, the direction. It's not just the it's not like yours, how it's just all perfectly technical.
What I think was really cool about the Space Odyssey is there's hardly any dialogue in it, but there's this epic story. Well, actually, like 3 separate stories that are kind of intertwined, and it all make sense in the end. Where like this.
No, wait a minute. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
At the end in
like,
the room, like where they go into the room and then there's these old or whatever the hell I forget. Right. But that end scene, if you can explain that to me, by all means, tell us what the hell that means.
The monolith is responsible for the evolution of humankind, and then they find it on the surface of the moon, and then it's a full circle because once he finds or discovers the other monolith where they follow the signal beacon, he becomes a child again. He ages quickly and he just goes doomed. So basically, it's his psyche breaking down and he's being reborn. It's basically saying that everything's reconnected in life from an evolution, from birth to death. It's all connected and we're all connected.
Yeah, but I gotta say something. To figure that out, how many times do you have to watch the movie?
But there's a lot of films like Blade Runner
where
you have to watch a bunch of times to get everything.
Yeah, but hang on. The reason you want to watch your film again is to figure out what the hell just happened. Not because you enjoyed it so much, just to figure it out.
Both.
Well, some people will argue that.
But
okay, so what's your movie?
Mine is polar opposite of yours. Mine is Alien. I was torn between Alien and Aliens. But Aliens
let me
is
just
too
say
much
this.
like
isn't your movie just... It's really well done, really well shot, but isn't it just Michael Myers in space?
It's a horror movie.
I don't think so at all. It's a horror movie.
Myers.
It's the first of its brand, though, of doing a horror in space. It's also the first one that had a leading lady, a strong leading lady. So of course I'm partial to that. The alien design was amazing. The ships looked fantastic as well. They constructed everything out of old like aircraft carriers.
She's got
and
it.
whatnot.
It's really good.
It's a beautifully shot movie. The storyline is fantastic.
If you think about the models in that, those are the best models to date still.
Ever. And you can watch it again and again. And I've probably seen it at least 5, maybe more times. And you would think that you would get dulled to be, because you know what happens, that she escapes, blah, blah, blah. You know everything that happens, but it still gets you. You still find yourself, like you have white knuckles holding onto your glass. It still makes you so nervous. Your heart rate is racing like hers is because they did such a great job. And Sigourney Weaver's performance is out of this world. She is so relatable, so human, and because she's a woman, she does have a bit of that frailty, but at the same time, she doesn't have frailty. She kicks ass. She pulls herself together.
But not right away. That's what's
not
amazing.
right away. Like, you see her grow over the movie, and it's fantastic.
That scene at the end, I hate, not because
Where she's
it's
getting
bad.
the suit on? And
Yeah,
she's singing
because
that
it scared
song?
me so much because you see it the whole time, and then it just pops out.
Oh, I know. You don't see it, though, unless you've seen it before. But even still, it still gets you.
Yeah.
Another thing, obviously, that was spectacular in this film was the chest bursting scene, which goes down in history as the best
it's
horror
homage
scene
in
ever.
so many.
And John Hurt talks about it now, and he's still very grateful to be part of that.
I heard also the first time they were going to try shooting that, they didn't tell the actors that actual fake blood was going to come out and spray them. And apparently it actually is shock. When you see it spray, I forget the female actor, the other female actor in that movie, sprays in the face, that's legitimate. She is actually horrified that she just got sprayed in the face.
The other thing that's funny about that is they cut away before what actually happens, because
they all laugh,
they don't all laugh. She actually falls backwards over the set.
But guys, please let us know in the comment section below, what is your favorite sci-fi film of all time?
Someone's going to say The Matrix. Are there any honorable mentions here? Like, is there something we're
District 9, Gattaca. I was going to say Gattaca.
Inception. Also Terminator 2, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars.
Why don't people say Star Wars? Because let's just be honest.
It's a space opera.
I think I might piss a lot of people off here. Any film directed by George Lucas, other than American Graffiti and his THX film, is shit. Would you watch Episode 1 again?
No, never.
Why would you watch?
Ever.
I seriously would rather stab myself with a knife in the hand.
I don't know if
I don't know if I'm that far. Yeah.
No, I'll fucking do it.
If you like this debate video, check out our Alien franchise debate.
Or check out our robot versus human debate.
Or our PC versus console debate. We got in a lot of trouble for that one.
And our new console debate.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, I got an idea, guys. Subscribe if you haven't done it.